we don't have to be deprived. To me, it's ridiculous. Why did I deprive myself so much when I didn't have to? Find some things that are on plan that are healthy for you to eat to replace the thing that you really want. Gaining belly fat in perimenopause and menopause, even while eating trim healthy and doing all the right things? Feeling exhausted, inflamed, and so done with the scale? Hey, I'm Kris Honeycutt, Jesus follower, trim healthy coach, and your midlife hype girl. I believe God didn't design you to live stuck, bloated, or burned out. This podcast helps you partner with your hormones, ditch the belly fat, and finally feel strong, calm, and confident in a body you actually enjoy living in. Real quick before we jump in, my friends, if your jeans aren't fitting like they used to, you're exhausted for no reason, or what worked in your 30s isn't working anymore, you are not alone and you're definitely not broken. You just need a strategy that fits your season. That's exactly what I teach inside the Midlife Fat Loss Formula, my 6-month group coaching program built for real midlife women. Come take a look at it. bit.ly/join fat loss formula. That's bit.ly/join fat loss formula. Now, let's get into today's topic. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Menopause Makeover. Coach Kris Honeycutt here with you today. And this is part 3 of our series about really breaking up with sugar is what we're talking about. But we're learning some powerful tools, not just to deal with sugar, but to deal with any temptation or anything in your life that you feel like has more power over you. Now, today we're getting very, very practical and very, very pointed on how to reduce sugar cravings physiologically, okay? The last 2, if you haven't heard them, go back and listen to them, are more about the physiology and then the mindset, powerful mindset tools. This right here is going to be very practical about what you can put in your body or do to actually reduce those cravings. Let's start with number 1. And these are not in any order. These are just tools. Apple cider vinegar. What this does is this is a blood sugar buffer. So ACV, we'll call it, improves insulin sensitivity and reduces blood sugar spikes, which naturally quiet sugar cravings. I just had a client the other day say, this has really helped me when I started this apple cider vinegar. 1 to 2 teaspoons in water is a good place to start. You can work up to 1 tablespoon. You can use this before meals, which would be best, or when the craving hits. What a great time to do this. You can also make this a burner shot. If you don't know what those are, you're going to go to Trim Healthy Wisdom, and you're going to look at the Trim Healthy Wisdom recipe link at the Wisdom Helpers. And there are about 7 or 8 burner shot ideas that are fantastic for blood sugar. Number 2, this is actually one of the recipes and one of my favorites. So this is the FPP, Food Peace Preloader. And why this helps is because it is a fuel pull option. So it's not going to interfere with fueling of protein and fiber and sour. These are key for blood sugar regulation, for insulin sensitivity, and help with cravings. So protein without added sugar, along with fiber, can calm down hunger hormones and it can shut down cravings, or actually the craving loop that I've been talking about. So the best time to use this is going to be when those cravings hit. Do you get all snacky at night or maybe in the afternoon? This is a great idea for that. Another thing, you can do this before your meals if you are dealing with cravings, or you can do this after your meal. So pretty much any time is a great time to do this. So let's check that one out. All right, next, peppermint. So peppermint is a nervous system reset. It's also wonderful for digestion as well, but it reduces appetite signals and interrupts the desire for sweets. Have you ever noticed after you brush your teeth that you really don't want anything sweet? I know I don't. And so you can try peppermint as tea. You can try peppermint as gum. You can inhale peppermint essential oil or put a little drop of oil in water if you feel comfortable with that. Squeeze a little lemon down the hatch. I use peppermint all of the time, and it really does help with that craving. I want to talk to the woman who's wondering if it's just too late. If you've been thinking, well, I guess this is just how it's going to be from now on. Maybe I'll never feel strong or lean again. I want to speak directly to you. It is not too late, my friend. Your body is not broken. You just need a plan that works with your hormones, your metabolism, and your real life. That's why I built the Midlife Fat Loss Formula. It is my 6-month group coaching program where we walk step by step through the exact things your body needs to shift back in to fat burning mode. You'll learn how to eat in a way that fuels you, how to move in a way that actually works, and how to create sustainable habits that last beyond the 6 months. It's not about perfection. It's about progress that sticks. Women like Michelle and Anita are seeing major shifts, not just on the scale, but in their labs, in their confidence, and even their strength. So if you've been needing that nudge to take the next step, this is it. Come on over to bit.ly/join fat loss formula. That's bit.ly/join fat loss formula. I would love to support you inside. So the other thing we want to talk about is replacement instead of deprivation. When we deprive ourselves, when we say no to ourselves, you are going to want to have that thing no matter what. And as trim healthy women, we don't have to be deprived. To me, it's ridiculous. Why did I deprive myself so much when I didn't have to? Find some things that are on plan, that are healthy for you to eat, to replace the thing that you really want. I was just talking to one client the other day, and she was really struggling with this. And then she made herself some coconut baobab pecan bars that had a little bit of honey and some gentle sweet. And she was like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't eat that. This is a perfect example of what a great choice. That's much better than going to get the whatevers, that you love, the brownies or the cake or the ice cream or whatever. Who cares if it's a crossover? Who cares if you just had lunch and it's 2 hours later, but you are interrupting a craving? You are satisfying yourself with something that's healthy. Now, if we do this continually for months and months and months, that's a different story. That may not help with your weight loss. Our goal here right now is to get off the sugar. Let's do what we can do that's healthy and not beat ourselves up and not try to stay with strict rules. You better believe it. If I'm needing a little help, I'm going to have something like that. So a couple of ideas is especially if you want to move to something a little bit lighter, how about can you do something like Greek yogurt with peanut butter flour and maybe some stevia on plan chocolate chips? Will that work for you? How about Greek yogurt and berries? Cinnamon is also good because it's going to regulate blood sugar. What if you did some cottage cheese with some savory veggies on there and a squeeze of lemon? There are so many other options of lighter things. What if you made a parfait and you blended together cottage cheese and yogurt, if you can do dairy, and then you add some Nutrail granola and you layer that like a parfait with berries on top? Doesn't that sound much better? And if you can't do yogurt or cottage cheese, what can we do? How about some sweet and savory nut mix? There are lots of recipes that are on plan and blood sugar friendly. I love one of the recipes of the trail mix in Trim Healthy Wisdom Recipes. It's a crossover. It's got goji berries and nuts and coconut. Yes, it's a little higher, in fat, but it's got the sweet and the salty. Those kind of things are so helpful. So you don't have to just tell yourself no. If you have those ready for yourself, even better. So that's my last piece of advice. Go ahead, make this up for yourself and have it in a special place just for you. No, the kids or grandkids cannot have it. I put my name on my stuff. I keep it in a special place, either in my own special fridge or my own special stash is what I call it if I can. If it's free game in the fridge, I put my name on that baby because I'm like, nobody better eat this. or I can just name it healthy and then people will stay away from it. But anyway, what I'm saying is have something ready for yourself. Sometimes, and if you are getting off of sugar, you might not be able to jump to on-plan chocolate chips. You may not be ready for that yet. But if you've been off sugar for a while, using some on-plan chocolate chips, just a handful of those, sometimes can really just calm everything down. And then sometimes I'm going to make myself a tea. I love using the Tulsi tea or holy basil, but no, that's the same thing. There's 2 different teas that I have. I can't remember the second one, but I really love using those teas and adding a little bit of gentle sweet and a little bit of lemon, and just having something warm like that will always calm down that sweet tooth. So we don't want to stay in deprivation. And these are some very practical things that you can use that are going to help cut the cravings. Hey friends, if you're ready for real results, the kind that last because they're built for your midlife body, let's chat. I offer a free discovery call to see if one-on-one coaching is the right fit for you. In that call, we'll look at your current habits, hormones, and lifestyle, and I'll share how I can help you personalize a plan for food, fitness, and fat loss that actually works in this season of life. So go to getyourtrimon.com/work with Kris and grab your spot. And let's find out what your body's been trying to tell you.